In their first interview since a South Korean court denied their attempt to leave their record label, NewJeans told the BBC that it took tremendous courage to speak out and that they are determined to keep fighting. "This battle is necessary," said Heron, a member of the five-member girl group. "Even though it's going to be incredibly tough, we'll continue standing our ground and speaking our truth." The group said they felt a responsibility to share their story. "Every decision we've made so far has been the best one we could under the circumstances," Heron added. NewJeans, comprised of Hani, Hyein, Heron, Danielle, and Minji, took the K-pop world by surprise last November when they revealed their decision to part ways with Adore, the label that debuted them. It was an unprecedented move in an industry known for its tight control over idols. They accused Adore of mistreatment, workplace bullying, and deliberately sabotaging their careers, claims the label denies. In response, Adore sought legal action to uphold their 7-year contract, which runs until 2029, and secured a court order stopping the group from carrying out independent work, including music releases and brand deals. The court's decision, handed down last Friday, came as a blow. "It was a real shock," the group told the BBC. "There's this assumption that because we're popular, we can do and say whatever we want. But it's not like that," Hien explained. "We stayed quiet for a long time, and only now are we finally speaking up about the unfair treatment we've faced." While internal disputes in K-pop are often kept out of the public eye, the conflict between NewJeans and their label has played out openly, drawing widespread attention. Their public fallout with Adore and Adore's parent company Hybe, home to BTS and 17, intensified last year when Adore's former CEO and the group's mentor, Min Hee-jin, became embroiled in a bitter dispute with Hybe. After being removed from her position, Min accused Hybe of undermining NewJeans by launching another girl group with a similar concept. Hybe, meanwhile, accused her of trying to take over Adore. When Min was forced out, NewJeans broke their silence. In a live stream, they demanded her return within 2 weeks. But when that didn't happen, they announced they were leaving Adore, citing more grievances, including a lack of response to bullying accusations and problematic internal reports. Adore, in a statement to the BBC, insisted the contract remains valid and said the group's concerns stemmed from misunderstandings. The court backed Adore, stating NewJeans hadn't sufficiently proven that the company breached their contract and noting that most of its obligations, including financial ones, had been met. The members were rehearsing in Hong Kong when they found out about the court ruling. Minji recalled getting a worried message from her mom asking if she was okay. "I didn't know what had happened," she said. "When I told the others, we were all stunned." In their first BBC interview, which happened before the ruling, the group had looked forward to releasing a new single, Pit Stop, under their new name NJ's. They talked about how they got through the difficult period, including finding comfort in cooking. "It's kind of healing," Minji said with a smile, promising to cook dinner for the group. But just a day after the court decision, their mood had shifted. Hani broke down mid-sentence when reflecting on everything they'd been through. "If things don't work out even after we try our best, we'll just have to let time take care of it," she said through tears. Despite the injunction, the group still performed in Hong Kong under their new name, NJZ. They ended the night with emotional farewells, announcing a hiatus. "This wasn't an easy decision," Hien said on stage. "But right now, it's about protecting ourselves so we can come back stronger." Now, between the ages of 16 and 20, the members face an uncertain future just 3 years after their 2022 debut. But they remain hopeful. "This isn't the end," Minji said. "We're figuring out new paths forward." Since their debut, NewJeans had rocketed to global fame with hits like Super Shy, OMG, and Attention. Their distinct mix of 90s R&B and pop made them stand out in a scene often dominated by electronic sounds, earning them praise as game changers. Their rise coincided with escalating tensions between Min Hee-jin and Hybe. The fallout intensified last year when Min alleged Hybe undermined NewJeans and claimed she was ousted unfairly. Adore insists she misled the group and blames her for the breakdown in relations. Danielle told the BBC the group had no way of reaching Min after her removal. She was always there for us, someone we looked up to, she said. Although Adore offered for Min to return in a different role, NewJeans said their other demands, including an apology and accountability for internal issues, were not met. They ultimately chose to cut ties with the label.